Hello everybody and welcome to another review. Today we are reviewing Tudor's Corner. This set is set number 10350. It has 3,266 pieces. It is for ages 18 plus. And this is of course part of the Icons. It is also part of the actual modular building series, the modular buildings collection. There you go, there's a nice look of it there. It's pretty crazy. It comes with 8 minifigs and it costs £199.99 and $229.99. It's a beast. The box has some awesome prints on the side. You've got absolutely awesome little showing the interiors and some features, the modularity features and stuff, and just bits and pieces on the back too, which is pretty awesome. Me and my wife actually built this set on a time lapse, as you'll have seen already been uploaded. So if you haven't seen that though, go check it out first. And yeah, the box is pretty awesome. Shows the dimensions on the box there. Opening up this box was pretty cool. Just the usual tabs you have. And then once you get the box open, you get a pair of bags. You get a base plate as well, which as you can see here, you just get one green base plate in this lovely sleeve here, which is cool. Big fan of the green base plate to put your entire build on, of course. Then of course you have the manual in here, big bad manual right here, big boy manual. No stickers in this set, everything's a print, which is always awesome. And I don't usually do this, but I wanted to show this is sort of the first page of the manual, give it a bit of description, a little bit of talking, make it yourself at home and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. And here it is, all built up. It looks absolutely awesome. We're obviously going to go into the full details of everything here, but we of course have to start off with the minifigs. Okay, so here we have our first minifig. We have I would presume the haberdashery owner. He is really cool with his torso printing. He's just a very generic minifig. I'm just going to quickly fly through all these guys because the main thing is of course the build, but I love the back torso printing and the front torso printing, and he does not have a reversible head, but there's a very nice face print all around as well. I love all the little details on his jacket and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool minifig. Then of course, because I'm counting the mannequin as a minifig, we have the mannequin here. Oh, out of focus, what's going on? There we go. I think it's a cool little mannequin minifig, to be honest. I'm a big fan of the detailing all over him and stuff. He's really cool. And yeah, he just has a plain white face and a nice little top hat, which is cool. Now we have a woman who has obviously been, to the haberdashery and bought some items. A hat, clearly, and then maybe an umbrella. Pretty generic minifig again, but still a nice little inclusion to kind of make the build come alive and feel alive in the way it needs to feel. And as you can see, she's got a really nice torso print here, and yeah, really nice minifig overall. Just to speed things up a little bit, I'm going to do these two at the same time. We have the owner of, excuse me, of the inn, I believe, on the left with her lovely cardigan print all the way around, and then on the right we have the chef of the actual inn, which is really cool too. She's got, they've both got really nice torso printing, no leg printing. There's only one minifig, there's 2 minifigs in this set that have leg printing, and you know what, they deserve it. But yeah, overall, these 2 minifigs are really cool inclusions. Obviously, because they make the set feel alive. Now we have teenager with cat and headphones, I guess. Love the torso printing on her, and we also have the clockmaker in on the right there, which is really cool. Love the big mustache piece. I think these 2 are really cool inclusions, and I definitely would say that they are definitely a highlight to the set as well. I love the clockmaker. I love his whole area, which we'll get into when we get into the actual build. But yeah, I like these minifigs too. Nice inclusions, and yeah, pretty cool. And last but certainly not least, we have the chimney sweep. Probably my favorite minifig out of the lot here. I don't know why the focus keeps going on my camera. It's very strange, but he's got a nice little hood piece here. Love his hat. This hood piece can be customized and used for a Miles Morales custom minifig if you wanted to have Miles without the hood up. I think that's pretty cool, and I love his little duster for the chimney as well. The set also comes with 2 cats, and you'll see them as we progress through the build. But anyway, that's all the minifigs. let's move on to the actual build. Now, before we actually move on to this main build here, you also get this little cat cart here, which is really cool. This little bike with the cat trolley in it. You can see there's one of the cats. I kind of feel like it's her that uses this bike. It's in all the photos and stuff, but I really like this little sort of small build for a nice little bike with, you know, cats on it. It drives pretty well. So yeah, pretty cool little inclusion. I love this little build. Very nice. But now, we're moving on to the main attraction. Oh, hang on, these bits need to be lifted up. There we go. The main attraction itself, Tudor Corner. Now, I'm a massive fan of this set. I love the architecture around it. I love the details on the floor, on the pavement or sidewalk, as you Americans call it. I love the white lamp in the corner there. We're gonna obviously take a nice look, you know, sort of closer look into the actual, you know, exterior of the set, and then we'll obviously move on to the interior of the set as well. I'm a massive fan of all of the details. I love the big clock, everything. I think it's awesome, but we are going to literally run through it, check it out, and then obviously we'll have a look at the interiors as well. Okay, so starting off at the front bit here of the Guardian, the old guarded inn, sorry, not Guardian. You have this really nice little barrel stool table here. You've got these little tiny stools that you can place certain minifigs on if they want to. I'll just demonstrate that quickly. I've knocked off that bit, that's annoying. You can have them sit here and eat the plant they've knocked off, that I've accidentally knocked off. If you really want to do that. And as you saw, there's some nice plant shrubberies here with some, you know, some flowers on it, which is really nice. You've got this little overhead canopy piece, which is cool. The two windows there as well. I love the way it's built on like a slope of the sort of an angle. It's done really, really well. There's some really good building techniques in this set. So if you're a big fan of building techniques and stuff, definitely pick this one up. You can see they've got these little storage containers in the dark green. They're using the pillars. I think that's a really nice touch, really nice way to do it. You've got, you know, you also meant to mention you've got some great pieces here, but you've got a couple studs here. You can obviously make your street feel like it's being walked in. I think that's a really nice inclusion. I always love it when they include studs on the tiles, just to give that a little bit more placement for minifigs. As much as, you know, I'm a big fan like of interiors and putting minifigs in interiors. If you've got certain minifigs you like, you need to have some space, because this is the main area you'll see when you're displaying it throughout the entire time. It's already a bit dusty. Love the actual guarded in front shop piece here. I love the medieval looking door. Obviously, to enter this, you just open it up and you can see a little peek in there. We're not going to go in there yet. We'll look at that after. We're going to do the whole exterior first. Love the little steps up into it. Nice little added detail. Now, I will say one thing as well about this and the rest of these. Every single one of these pieces that look like this, they're all prints. There is no stickers in this entire set. I was blown away by that. I could not believe there was no stickers. I really couldn't. Oh, there's a little angle piece you have down here on with it as well. I love the built lamp here. It's really nice little touch and detail. You've got a nice little area here, which I think if I just move the lamp like this, there we go. You've got the menu, you know, coffee, hot food, and you got a little special, which is clearly, you know, fish. I love those little details. I love those little printed pieces. If you slide back here real quick, you can see you've got this little chain lock sort of fence thing that you have on the corner here. It's kind of cool, kind of nice. I like it. I love this little pattern here too. Heard a lot of feedback about this pattern. People don't know I'm a big fan of it because it just randomly shows up. I like it. It kind of takes away from the dark grey and the light grey of the pavement that you get the entire way through. So I think it's a nice little added detail there. I got more studs along here too to place the minifigs. I love, again, the way this is built. These shrubberies is so cool. Little canopy piece and a little window that leads into the actual place. And then we have the front of the haberdashery. The haberdashery here. And again, printed sign. Love the details they did to build all these little pieces up. They're all very cool. Very, very nice. Love this little lamp post as well. Nice little added detail. Really, really enjoy that as well. If you come around the back here, you can see we have a little dustbin here. We have another cat, another kitty here, which is really cool. You have a dustbin, which is really cool as well. And if you open up the dustbin, you have the rotten fish, which I'm hoping is not supposed to be the fish of the day. Because if that's the case, then they better get a new fish. I love the vines that kind of go up here. You'll see that continue throughout each level. I love the little lamp piece here too, and you've got a little door that again leads on into the guarded inn, which is, you know, nice little touches. You know, you can see the chef coming out here. And you've got a nice blank area here. You've got the 2 pins. You've also got the other 2 pins on the other side around here. You can see them along here. That is obviously so you can connect it modularly to other buildings of modular style, which is really, really cool. I love that. Love this staircase banister, the way it's made. It's absolutely awesome and unique and very, very, very cool. And I love this staircase that goes up to. There's a little piece in there, which I will show you what that does a little bit later on when we get into the actual interior. I'm just kind of taking you floor by floor here, showing the exterior, and then of course I'll do the same with the interior. At the top of the old guarded inn, we've got these lovely little flower pieces here, which is cool, and they have these little ones too that use paintbrush pieces to connect up, which is really cool. I love this printed clock piece here. You build this up and it's just really nice, you know, to signify that there is a clockmaker on this floor. I love the detailing they have here. I love this piece especially, the pillar, because it's literally on a hinge, which you can just, you know, obviously you'll never remove it, but I just love the way they've built that technique. You've got this nice little golden guardrail here, just a little thing here, which is nice. You're using golden coloured droid legs, which is really, really bizarre and very cool, and I like that a lot. More of the shrubbery here, which is a really nice added detail. We have a nice little drain pipe here, which is cool. Nice little guttering. I'm a big fan of that. Just a little double window here, which again, these pieces, I don't know why they're so wonked, but again, all this building technique here is absolutely awesome and really, really cool. More guttering. And then this window here is my favourite. Just the aesthetical look of this window I really like. I don't know why I like it so much, I just do. And if you can see slightly into the gap there in the window, you can kind of see the desk. I definitely think big modular sets like these thrive when you put some lighting kits in them. So that's all I'm saying. I probably will never do it. I might do it. You never know. It just depends. But this is a really nice detail along here and some nice parts usages to get the details of the stones and also to get the actual detail of the window. You come around to this back side here, you have a door that leads up into the actual clockmaker's floor, which we'll take a look at when we go to the interiors. Like I say, there's this little sort of light bit here. Pardon me, light bit here. There's a little sort of, I would say that's probably a doorbell. I'm not too sure. Oh my god, I love it so much that I ripped it off. I love the way they've made this balcony piece with the microphone pieces and stuff. Really nice details. As you can see, the vines climb up along again still. Love that little window there that leads into a little cupboard, which has got a really unique build, which I'll show you when we get to it. And then you're going to look on the clock side there. And I wanted to quickly also just say, I didn't say it at the other part, that's as much gap edge as you're kind of going to see. This is a really well put together set. You barely see any of the gaps that are added, which I think is just, oh, chef's kiss. Okay, so now we're on to the top floor and also the roof. Now, I think this top floor is really nicely detailed. I love the slanting and stuff, the details of the buildings. I think this is my favorite technique, is these pieces. You'll find out if you get this set, that building technique was absolutely phenomenal and I absolutely loved every minute of building it. Again, love this technique too. This is just some white window pieces plugged into some of the window slots. Nice little build here for this window in the little attic living area with a little bit of shrubbery on that side, which is cool. You swing around here, you've got some more guttering, I presume, and you've got a little balcony as well, which is really cool. The door opens on the inside, which is really cool. See the little glimpse of the sofa. You've got a nice little window piece here too. And then if you take a nice little look at the top here, we have the little area here you can lift open and it, you know, has access to the interior. You've got a fake chimney here and you have the real chimney at the back there too, and plenty of space to place your chimney sweep for when he's cleaning out the chimneys. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the interiors one by one, and I wanted to quickly, obviously, do my usual thing with these with these kind of buildings to show you the modularity of them. You obviously want to take off the top piece first here very carefully. You can kind of try and take them both off in a oneer. If you kind of don't want to, then that's one floor taken off there, so you can now access the interior for that second floor. And then if you just remove said second floor, you then have access to the ground floor interior. Okay, so when you enter the guarded inn, as you can see, we have the door here that leads into, you've got a menu piece here, we've got some nice little steps down here, some studs, plenty of studs to place some minifigs as well, which is really, really cool. You've got a nice little table and chairs here with a flower on top, which I think is really, really nice, and this little pillar detail there. You've got a really nice printed photo piece of the London Gate Bridge. London Bridge and Golden Gate mixed in my head there, which is very strange. The Golden Gate Bridge, really, really nice, love that a lot. Then if you look over here, you've got a nice little bar area, or, you know, as Lego is, you know, friendly, we have a little bar slash cafe. So you've got your eggs, your bacon, and your hash brown there, which is cool. Got some stools here, which I think would be nice if you could get like this kind of piece in red to be able to sit your minifig down, or even have one stud on it, just give you that option to have them set or change it out. I think it would be nice. I love the details of the lamps. The builds of the lamps are really, really nice and detailed too. Turn around here, you can see that we have the cash register, a ketchup bottle, a flower, a normal bottle, which is probably a bit of wine or something, a 5 something coin, 2 green drinks, another mug, there's 3 mugs in this, and a coffee machine, which is really, really sweet. Now you probably saw in this corner here a door, a little secret closet door. Well, it's not a closet door at all. You open it up, it's actually a toilet, but you look in, how are you supposed to get your fingers in? You can't get your fingers in. Once that door's open, you can't get in there or access it. Do you remember that bit on the stairs? You just pop your nail in there, you slide that up, and boom, you have full access to the toilet. It's a nice toilet build, nice little added accessibility as well, to be able to get your big hands in there to access minifigs and actually see the details of the bathroom that you've built. I think it's really cool to have a nice bathroom build in a cafe. I feel like some sets don't have bathrooms, should have bathrooms. It's a cool little build, nice little toilet, some toilet roll there, a nice little light, just add some effect, you know, just, and you can close that door, and then you just pop that back on, and then nobody knew where it was. Continuing on here, we have the kitchen. Now, you may be thinking, I can't see the kitchen, and how the hell am I supposed to put my chef minifig in the kitchen to be able to do what they need to do? Well, they thought about this. See this little bit here on the wall with these hats? You just slide that off. It's attached by 2 studs. It's a pretty cool little piece with haberdashery. It's got some 2 unique hats. Then you have access to your little kitchen. Now, as you can see, it's got a really nice blue and white tiled floor. There's a stud piece right there, so you can place your minifig down in there if you want to for your chef. The big overhead fan, they've got a hot dog, a stove, they've got a hot dog and a little area for a cooking thing. They've got another hot dog stored down there too. They've got a pan, they've got a hob, I presume that's an oven, mix of oven, mustard and ketchup, a clock, and a really pretty awesome sink in there too, just down there, which I think is really, really nice. And it's like I said as well, you could just put your minifig nicely on the stud. Hang on, I just dropped her. Can't find where the stud is. What's there? There you go. Just place your minifig on their stud, and then you can just slot that wall back in, and then you've got the haberdashery wall sorted again. Here we have the haberdashery. I've got a really nice set of wool or yarn or whatever this piece is you want it to be. Really cool details, the colours and stuff, love it. You got the hats there as well. You got more wool down the bottom there, which is really cool. Those little pieces there kind of act as storages, which is nice. Then you have a little checkout with a pair of scissors, which is cool. You've got this nice little two umbrellas there as well, which is really nice. And I'm going to actually pick this up and quickly, very carefully pick it up because I don't want to break it. But I want to just give you a head's view like this. Look at that. That is awesome. I love that detail they have there. That stud there is meant for the mannequin. In the instructions, obviously, the owner stands behind the till. But I think that's just really nice detail. I love the tiling on that floor. I don't know why. I just really like it. It's genuinely really cool. So, yeah, definitely awesome. I'm a big fan of this down bottom floor. But we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of my personal favourite. Minus this cafe. This cafe is definitely up there for my favourite. There's another angle of it for you, but see the studs there, you can put people there. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next floor. Here we have the clockmaker's floor. I'm not going to show you me putting it back together or anything like that. I'm just going to put it on and show off the different areas and different rooms. I think it's really cool. Personally, I'm just going to show off the details around the room a bit closer up. So we'll start off with obviously coming up the stairs into the entrance. You have a nice little rug there piece, which is really nice detail. Got a nice little sort of big grandfather clock, to be honest, which is really cool. A nice little side mantelpiece clock there, a little slightly bigger clock there too. Plenty of clocks, and I think the variations and details of the clocks are really nice. I'm glad they give you a decent amount. In this, you can see they've got a nice little fireplace with a clock on it too. There is a little flame in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a flame in there. I love this rug they've added. It's a really nice big rug piece. I think it's really, really unique and really, really cool. Got a nice little window step there. And then you've got this awesome little clock here, and the big grandfather clock again there too. Then you've got the same clock here, along with this cool little desk, which has a really cool, I'm going to show this up close to the camera because I'm really impressed by this. I'm sure there's been in more sets. This hourglass piece. I love this piece. This piece is awesome. I want to see more hourglasses in different sets. Got little drawers, got his little lamp, got a magnifying glass, which of course works, a little clockwork thing for him to do his thing. I think it's a really nice little room. Then if you turn it around here, you've got this little door here. Open this up, and there is a little box. Nothing's in the box, but you can see there's a little hose thing here. Now, I don't know if I'm not going to be able to reach in and get it, but they did have this little feature which is kind of strange, but also kind of makes sense, is you're supposed to be able to knock it out. There we go, by pushing this bit up like that. Not too sure why, but it's still a cool little inclusion to help you kind of get, you know, your build out, which is this. A very old-fashioned Hoover piece. I'm a massive fan of this little Hoover. It is super cool, really nice little detail, and I don't know, it's things like that you just don't need to add, but when they're added, it just adds so much, a little more details. Love it. Then you have, of course, the staircase here, so you open up this door, if it lets me. Oh my god, wait, what? Is that rug supposed to be there? Like, I feel like it's not supposed to be there. Oh no, you can open it still. Just got caught a little bit, but you've got this little staircase here, which I was a bit like, oh, there's no studs to put minifigs on it, but like, you could take your minifig here and you can still have them latch under. Like, just latch under, and they won't be, well, sorry, you move them like that, they'll fall off. But if you just place your minifig down like that, and you move it around like that, they're not going to fall out. They'll fall, you know, if you're being a bit rough with it, they'll fall out. But it's cool to have that sort of added thing that you can have them walking up the steps, because I don't know, it's not like you need them to, but it's cool too. And then you've got this little landing piece here too, which of course takes you up to, I would say, the main sort of living area bit now. Just thought I'd give you another overview of the top part up here. It's pretty cool. Nice little roof area. As I said, there's plenty of stud space to have characters. Have your twin sleep stand, a little entrance bit here too. And you're probably thinking, how'd you get into this bit? How'd you get into this interior? Well, it's literally just lifting off this little square roof piece, and then you're in. This is probably some of the coolest detail in this room as well. And I'm just going to go through it all with you and just show it all off, because I'm, you know, a big fan of it, to be honest. Okay, starting off with the obvious, we have a very cool cat tree, which you of course can take your little kitten and you can place on the cat tree if you so desire. I love that. You've got a ball of wool there. You've got some really cool encased bugs, like beetles, which I think is really cool the way they did that. They actually have the printed see-through 1x1 stud tile piece, and you just put it in there, close it in, and it's just chilling in there, which I think is really, really cool. Obviously, you've got the whole chimney, which is consistent with the clock maker's room. Nice little details in the back there. Nice little, casual, kind of one-person sofa. You can fit one minifig, hang on the actual sofa. So if I just place her down, I just knocked off a light, but you can actually sit her down there, which is kind of cool. So that's a nice little thing. At least you can actually put her on it. You got a nice little table here, which is nice and cool. I can presume that's kind of like a little cat litter tray with some newspapers for the cat to, if they have an accident or something. You've got a nice little sink there too. Nice little cat bowl. That's the door for the balcony, by the way. But nice little cat bowl with some food and some water, and then nice little sort of ladder set to take you to the actual bit that opens up to get to the roof, which is really cool. A nice little plant here. Back, nice little area here that leads down into the steps, which is really, really cool. A nice printed piece here too to show off like some letters and I've completely forgotten the name of the actual badge. You're gonna have to forgive me, but I love the fact they've got that badge included. Some keys, little turtle on the key, which is nice. A nice little bookshelf here too, which has some nice little details to it. And yeah, it's genuinely a really nice little living space. Love the rug in the middle too. Just really nice details all around in this little sort of cubby hole. Okay, so now that I've actually done my in-depth and looked at all the details and shown you around this set, what are my final thoughts? Genuinely, this modular from 2025 is one of the best modular sets I feel like has come out, and I'm not just saying that because it's the only one I've bought. I've looked at other ones. This is the one that screamed out to me, that's why we got it. So I definitely thought, yeah, I gotta do a review on this, even if it comes out in 2026. But I think it's definitely a really awesome Lego set. You should go and pick it up if you are a collector of modular buildings. I think the style of this one is really unique and really cool. It'll stand out in your city if you're building one. I know I'm building a street, which of course you'll probably get some updates on eventually once we've moved, because we're going to be going through a moving stage very soon, which is going to be good fun and very exciting. But yeah, genuinely think this is an awesome set. Definitely worth picking up. The 8 minifigs add a little bit of life to it, and they're quite cool. There's nothing too special about them, but that's fine. They don't need to be extremely special. They're very cool minifigs in general anyway. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas and an absolutely awesome new year. If you do like this content, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If you are new, we're going to try our hardest to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. Do I think it's possible? Maybe. Do I want it to be possible? 100%. So I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and share the video if you want to. But anyway, if you enjoy watching these modulars, let me know in the comments too. I want to know if you guys want to see more of these, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you, and goodbye.